piece of chicken. Catheter down with this water. Morning everybody and welcome to the vlog. I've got my absolutely gorgeous Emerald Tree Boa that was over at the Reptarium. Now it's actually over at BHB because we took her off because I had mentioned the other day that we had some regurgitation issues with this. And this is something that happens to, in particular, Emerald Tree Boas, but it can happen to a lot of snakes. But for whatever reason, Emerald Tree Boas sometimes have a chronic regurg problem. And once they regurg, sometimes they'll do it over and over again. And I had mentioned before that I work with a handful of vets. We have a local vet, and then I have a vet in Texas as well as one out in Virginia that I kind of confer with on all of my situations. So after talking to our vet about what's going on with the Emerald Tree Boa, he actually prescribed us some medication as well as some food to tube her. So the thought process behind this is we'll actually tube some Flagyl. It's kind of a liquid medicine that helps kind of cure regurgitation issues in all kinds of snakes, along with some water for hydration, and then some AD Science Diet, which is again a prescription only type of food that you can actually tube to cats and dogs and stuff like that to just kind of help with their weight. So with any luck, if we do that maybe for a few weeks, she'll start eating and keeping it down. We'll absolutely do the best we possibly can to bring her back, but I figured, you know, I bring you guys on the good, the bad, the ugly. This is something that a lot of people may not want to talk about, but animals do go through issues. I wanted to show you the process that we go through to try to help animals like this Emerald Tree Boa, but I cannot stress enough, this isn't something that you should do on your own. You should always talk with a vet. I've been working with vets for 30 years now, so a lot of times the vets will prescribe me things and have me do the procedure without them because it's just a lot easier than them coming on site and doing it and so on like that. So regardless, I've got to go to the store, get some supplies like a catheter and a syringe so that I can actually mix up the mixture and then ultimately tube this girl and hopefully start to see some improvement over the next few weeks. So again, I'm off to the Family Farm and Fleet store that I absolutely love. While I'm there, I'll probably pick up some hay for the tortoises. I'll probably pick up another chick so I can try to train feed Verde again. And usually they'll have the syringes and catheters and stuff like that because they do the same process to farm animals as well. So go in there, hopefully I can get some supplies. And I'm always looking for an excuse to go hang out at that store because I like it so much. It's about a 15 or 20 minute drive and we'll be there. Back to my favorite store. So I need to get a chick for Verde, I need to get catheter syringe for tubing, and I need to get hay for the tortoises. And then I'll just look around and see what else I want to buy. Okay, so looking for syringes, I actually have a catheter tube. I was hoping I could find one that would just go along with it so it would work out, but there's a few different options here. I'm not sure which one's gonna fit, so I'm just gonna buy a bunch of different syringes here and just hope that it works. They have a really big one over here, but that's far too big for what I need. I don't need anything like that big, so I guess this will work. We'll see. All I need is a chick, and then we are back to the shop. And I know that I've said this a million times, but I take no joy out of feeding any animals off, and I certainly think chicks are super cute, so it's something I don't like to do, but again, Verde has to eat, so it is the way it is. So, got everything I needed, gonna pack up and head back to the shop, and hopefully this all works out. Alright, so again, didn't get exactly what I wanted when it came to the syringe and catheters, but hopefully I can kind of make it rig up where it works. So a little nervous about it because you don't want anything to go wrong when you're tubing animals. So, alright, back to the shop and we'll get this thing figured out. Lori and I just had like a 2-hour meeting about the future of everything, and I think that she may actually be on board with the massage. I think she might be on board with the snake massage thing. And by the way, I added a new thing to the snake massage. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. You know those fish, those little flesh-eating fish that eat the little things on your feet? I want to put tanks in there with those fish so that you can come and not only get a snake massage, but you can put your bare feet in the tanks and have the fish eat your thing. Let me know what you guys think. I think Lori...
how many of you would actually do that?
That's the other thing. Let me know. If you were going to come to the Reptarium, would you, number one, do the fish thing? Number two, would you say if it was like 100 and something for a half hour of a snake massage where you lay down, snakes crawl over you. It's supposed to be really therapeutic. We watched a couple of videos. It's supposed to like lower your blood pressure, help out kind of stress and anxiety. Let me know if you guys would actually come to the Reptarium and go into a private room, kind of, you know, with a real professional, get a snake massage or foot, and maybe that'll convince Lori for us to actually do it.
Maybe.
Let me know what you guys think. We're making progress. All right, so we have our apparatus all set up. This is obviously just a syringe. This is the catheter that we're going to use to actually tube the animal. This is the actual prescription-based food that they use for actually tubing animals that are a little bit having issues with nutrition. So it's kind of, you can see it's kind of loose, really easily tubed, but at the same time, very high in nutrition, a bunch of things that are going to make them better. And just for the record, the Emerald Tree Boa did eat the last time and kept it down. And again, I want to tell you, the vet are the one that prescribed this. This is also liquid flagyl, which flagyl is kind of like a dewormer, a deparasitizer, so on like that, but it also helps kind of coat the stomach, and when they have like this regurgitation issue, oftentimes flagyl is a great option, but again, prescription based, so I don't want you guys running out there and do this on your own. Now, they told me I should do about 20 cc's of this food, so I'm just going to take a chunk of this, kind of put it in there. That's probably about 20 cc's, but when we suck it up with this, we'll actually know the exact measurement. I want to do 1 cc of flagyl, so I'm just going to take this like this. I'm going to tip it upside down. I'm going to pull out a little more than a cc here, so I can mix it in really good. And again, you won't really overdose this flagyl stuff as long as you don't go too crazy with it. So if you're a little bit over, it's not going to hurt the animal. You could probably do, you know, several times the actual dose without hurting, but I don't suggest doing that, obviously. And then ultimately, I'm just going to mix just a little bit of water in here just to kind of make it a little bit easier to actually get through the tube, and that's about it. And then after that, I'm just going to stir this up, get it nice and mixed up. Again, you want the flagyl, you want the water, and you want that AD Science Diet to be all nice and smooth, a nice little slurry like this. It's perfect. You can see it kind of all combines really well. And as I'm mixing, I'm kind of breaking down any of the chunks, because again, this has to go through the catheter, right? So basically, I'm going to just put it there. Then I'm going to suck up about 20 cc's of this slurry. I'm going to put this catheter back on like this, and obviously there's a bunch of air in this catheter, right? We don't want that, so I'm just going to squeeze this out until the catheter actually is full of the slurry. You can see a little water coming, perfect like that. And you can see I'm just under 20 cc's, which is completely fine. So this is what's going to go in there. Again, it's going to be the medicine of the flagyl. It's going to be a little bit of nutrients to kind of keep her really happy. And then, of course, we're going to chase it with some water to clean out all of this stuff. So let's go get the tree boa, and then we'll go ahead and tube her. So the biggest thing is obviously to be super gentle with the animal. I mean, especially tree boas and pythons, they're very fragile. So I'm trying to hold very gently, and I'm just going to put it right in that side. You can see right there, it goes right down. Make sure you don't get into the glottis, which is the breathing tube. You want to make sure it's on the other side. And then I'm just going to gently put it down her throat. Very, very gently. All right, so I'm just going to do this. Again, you don't want to puncture anything. You don't want to push it hard, because that can be a problem. And you can see as it's actually bent, we're just going to try to straighten it out and slowly do this. So I've seen vets do this for the last 20 plus years, so this isn't like the first time I've ever seen it, and I've actually assisted with vets right at my side. So this is something I've had to do on a number of occasions, especially with colubrids. A lot of times they get into chronic regurgitation syndrome as well, just from the stress of breeding and so on like that. Right when we have it about this far, maybe just a little bit further, we want to get it down to into the stomach region, because we don't want it to be too far up where it can actually regurgitate this slurry of medicine and food. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pump this in like this really slowly, just like that. I want to go really slow, so again, you don't want to do it fast because you could potentially rupture something. It's going to go really slow, and also the slower you go, the further into that stomach it's going to get, which means it's going to be less likely to actually regurgitate it, because we want all of the hydration to go in there and all of the medication, obviously. And you can see, look at the size teeth that this Emerald Tree Boa has. You definitely don't want to get bit. I'm just going to really gently pop this syringe off. I'm going to suck up some water in here so that I can flush it out, and the hydration will be very good for her too. So I'm just going to be able to flush all of that catheter down with this water, and the hydration is going to help her a tremendous amount too. And then I'm just going to very gently remove this tube. Really slow, because again, you don't want to have any abrasions or anything like that. It's okay, girl. We're almost done, girl. All right, there you go. There you go, sweetheart. We're almost there. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to let her go really quick. I'm going to try to keep her a little bit up for me because I don't want her to go down and throw up anything, of course. And what we're going to do is we're going to probably repeat this per my vet's advice in about 7 to 10 days. And if need be, we can continue to tube her the protein with that AD Science diet, but we won't have to medicate her anymore, and then also keep her really hydrated. So, okay, this first treatment done. Hopefully this treatment will really kick her in, and we'll get her back in her cage, get her kind of de-stressed, and we'll keep a really close eye on everything that happens, keep a real clean cage, so that way if we see anything that looks weird on the bottom, we can identify it. But so far, I think that went really well. I guess while we're on special care for animals, we're going to go ahead and do another try with the choo-choo train effect on Verde here. She needs to switch over to rodents. Again, like I said, I think between 2 and 3 times this, usually that gets them switched over. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a chick in there and see if she will go ahead and eat that, and then choo-choo train her rat just like I did last time. Okay guys, Verde took the chick. That is exciting. Last time it took her like an hour and a half to finally take it. Today she took it really quick. I mean, she's really turned on to food. As soon as she gets this chick done, we'll do the choo-choo train effect like we did last time, and hopefully she'll have a nice rat meal in her, and then we'll try a rat again next week, and hopefully within the next few weeks she'll actually take rats without having to choo-choo train them and without having to feed her chicks, because you guys know I do not like feeding live stuff to anything if I can avoid it, and I especially don't like chicks because they're so cute. Regardless, I'm so happy that Verde is eating, and she is gonna get big soon. Right now, Verde is actually eating the chick backwards, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for me because she's going to get to that head and her mouth is going to almost be closed. So I'm a little bit concerned about whether or not I'm going to be able to do this. You can see right there, she's got a really wide part of the back part of the chick right now. That's not a good position to choo-choo train whatsoever. So this may or may not work out. I'm going to give it the best shot I can. Okay, she's in a better position now, so I think I've got a chance, but I hope that she doesn't move much. She's right down at the end there. There she goes. There you go. There you go. I think we might have missed it, guys. And that's the bummer of this thing. Missed it. Completely missed it. Crap! I couldn't get it. Darn it! Man, I am so bummed out, man. Dang it! All that hard work waiting. I just knew that the fact that she went in backwards like that, there was a good chance I wasn't going to be able to get her, because you want that mouth to be wide open at the back end of a chick so that you can slip that rat in there. She fought me. Darn it, I am so bummed out, man. It's still a decent meal, but still, it's not the meal I was hoping for. And it's not that scent of that rat eating that I was hoping for. So, although she got a meal in her, it was a fail, guys. And this is just what it is. It's about being patient. And hopefully, here in another week, she'll be ready to eat again, and I can do this again, and hopefully I'll be successful. Oh man, it's things like this that just get me so bummed out. It was so close. She just, she fought me the whole way, and I failed on this one, guys. So, that's it. Verde doesn't get a rat this week, and I'm gonna hope that maybe, with any luck, maybe next week, I can get her to do it. Since things didn't go quite as expected when it comes to Verde, I figured I would do some stuff with Elvis. He is really getting his target training down. As soon as he sees the ball, he knows that it's coming. There you go, bud. See? He knows. Now just switch out and I'll give him a piece of chicken. There you go, bud. There you go, buddy. Way to go, way to go, way to go. And he's totally got the ball thing down to where he knows I'm gonna touch it. And then I'm gonna hide the ball behind my back. And I'm gonna give him a piece of chicken. And this is really working well. You know, again, with Elvis, it just gives us the ability to kind of walk him around because watch, he'll even follow the ball. Watch. Come on. Now I'll hide the ball and give him his reward. There you go, buddy. Way to go. Awesome. And you know how smart he is? Take a look at that. He was just feeding. Now I'll go like this, and I'll pet him right on the head. He knows that I'm no longer food. That's how smart this animal is. He sees the ball, he knows it's food, he smells the chicken, he knows to eat. After we're done, no more chicken, no more ball, and now he's completely tame as could be. So it's just something I could do. I was kind of bummed about the Verde thing, so why not do something I know it's gonna work well. I had some chicken, plus I love target training this guy. He's absolutely amazing. Elvis, you did so good, bud. Way to go, buddy. I love you. I'm gonna go old school outro on you guys right here and wish you guys an amazing day. Every now and then I just wanna tell you guys how much you mean to me. I mean, truly your support is incredible. Like I always mentioned in the past, your support is giving me the ability to do the things I am. And I have some really crazy wild plans that I hope I can really share with you guys over the next coming months. I have this vision of this whole complex here that's gonna be amazing, and I really do think it's gonna happen, and I can't wait to take you guys along on the journey, not to mention a whole bunch of other stuff. Regardless, I'm gonna end the vlog and just wish you guys an absolutely amazing day. Like I had mentioned, you guys are incredible and you do mean the world to me. Can you do me a couple favors before we get out of here? Smash that like button, turn those post notifications on. Remember to comment down below because I really still love reading about your beautiful faces. Be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow.